All right, folks. It's Sunday evening. What is it? The 9th of June. Uh, it's going on almost 6 p.m. I tell you what, I screwed you over pretty good here today. I'll admit it. I'm just as unhappy as it is as you are. I didn't get any action vids of the last corn for me going in this year. So I'm going to try and make it up to you on this nice Sunday evening, and we are going to do a cattle tour, beef cattle in particular. We're going to start off here in the yard because there's obviously some up here. And then we're taking the Ranger and we're going into the pasture. Yeah. Oh, take it easy there. If you're curious about the coloring of tags, and yes, I am a little analytical about it. Laugh if you want, but I'm not smart enough to keep track. Red is heifers. Purple, and there's 6 of them, are the bulls that I kept back. And the green tags are steers. They're just kind of hanging out here and enjoying life. Be honest with you, I should be out in the field right now. I should be out in the field till dark, but it's coming. We've escaped it all day. It was supposed to start an hour ago, but it's coming. So I'm not even going to waste my time disking for the second time that field, because if we get a good enough amount of rain today and tomorrow, it's going to have to be done again if it gets packed too hard. I've already spent enough money and fuel working that thing up. So I'm going to bide my time here on this beautiful Sunday evening, early evening. And I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of a small fire and light up the grill. I got a couple of steaks that are fit for a damn prince. And yeah, you didn't like that word steak, did you? I'm sorry. I promise you it was like your 4th cousin or something like that. Who cares about your 4th cousin? Yeah, everybody's just kind of playing Joe Cool here. So, yeah, we're going to jump on the Ranger and take a look at the pasture system, take a look at the cattle. Everybody's doing real good. Sunday evening. It's been one hell of a week. It's been a great week, though. Very satisfied. I love you, Fred. Probably quite a few of you asking, what the hell does that mean? You'll find out in time to come. Happy Sunday, folks. Sunday fun day. Good Lord Almighty. Goodness gracious. Hey, Fred. This is what it's all about here, folks. I know it goes without saying, but this is the reason we're disking and plowing and mulching and putting sorghum in, putting in the corn. Here to put in oats in just a little bit, harvesting corn, sorghum, wrapping bales, alfalfa, dry hay. Which, by the way, if things were different and I wasn't still in the fields with seed, we would have been baling some hay this past week, folks. I kid you not. The weather was nice enough to do it. In fact, I know 2 people in particular that did. One of them, my good buddy Rick Ray, who I got some of those Angus heifers from. This past fall, he actually started his alfalfa baleage. It was yesterday or Friday. It's that time of year. My oh my, do things change quick. Holy crap. We were literally pushing snow just a little while ago. And yeah, so folks ready for a ride? Oh. Alright, we're going to do a little explanation here as we're going. These are entrance points. It's pretty obvious to see. These are what we'll just call them gate openers. This is a paddock, and I'll show you the separation points. Paddock is the large square, and then they're split up into sections. This is another entrance point. How do we block them continuing going on further? We're about to see that. This grass has just exploded. Folks, this was grazed on no more than, let's see, 12 days ago. 14, 15 days ago. We're feeding quarters now instead of thirds. Quarters, and I'll show you what that's all about. Here's another entrance point to a paddock. Obviously you can see the fence line that needs attention. It was so soupy out here, folks, I failed to get any of my posts in the ground. Not to mention pretty busy. But I'm going to sneak them in here this summer and fall where I can. I'm going to try to get in about 50 a year. That's the goal. And here's another entrance to another paddock, and obviously you can see the separation point to that first one. Favorite heifer right there. Just its build and the coloring, there's something about it. Get going. Alright, this is very simply how we blockade them from going any further. You know, all the way down this line. Just a simple electric fence. Sometimes the calves get a little cantankerous and they go underneath or through or something like that, but the cattle honestly do not. As long as that fencer's working. They mysteriously know when it's not. I think we all know that. So yeah, you're basically looking at, there's a back paddock you cannot see. It's just over the knoll. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at 5 paddocks right there. Then of course you're looking at this one, which we're going to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right now we're getting away with splitting them up into quarters, which is a godsend. That slows things down immensely. Yeah. So therefore, it's simple to do the math. Each paddock should really last 4 days. 9 paddocks, that means there's 36 days of fresh rotational grazing. Now I said 36 days of rotational grazing. Beautiful head of hair, huh? I can actually grow a beautiful head of hair. It's just kind of all in the back, you know, party in the back. So I said 36 days of rotational grazing. It's actually more than that, because then you have behind the barn, and then on second crop you have what we call kuthas. And we've been back there before, not to mention the North Hill. So when it really comes down to it, there's a very healthy, if needed, 45 to 50 days of a rotational graze. Now, to be honest with you, with the amount of cattle that are on the farm now, I don't see this being done. But it used to be we'd bale up. We'd have to cut and bale 2 or 3 entire paddocks because it'd just get away with it, get away from you. To be very honest with you, this is starting to get away from us. But there's enough cattle to mow it all down. Yeah, it used to be that usually this next paddock and the one after it always got cut, mowed, cut, raked, and baled. It was usually the first hay of the year. Just because it just absolutely get away from us. I don't know. I doubt that being a problem this year. We will see what happens. Hey, Curly. Nice looking mohawk you got there. Yeah, 10:30. A little baby. Yeah, great. Got to go through that crap. Well, folks, you might remember the video. There's Little Red right there. Damn near lost Little Red about twice. But, boy, he's alive and kicking and doing fantastic. He looks great, and he is just exploding in growth. It's great to see. Anybody that's curious right now, that is not a Red Angus. Go back to the last video, quite a few of them. You'll find out what I'm talking about. That's that Charlet. That was a little science project. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my hat and my beer here in a minute. Yeah, everything's pretty fair. So, let's kick the cattle away from the Ranger, and I'll show you the paddock separation. Make sure we're still on here. Yep. Get on out of there. Pig. Come on, get out. Get out of there. This is the paddock separation. It's basically a wind up. I call it fabric wire. That's basically damn near what it is. And just those very simple step on little posts. And it works pretty darn good. I bet you it takes a total of about 12 grand minutes to redo. The trick of it is, and they're very well trained now, you have to kick them up into the cow yard, which is normally done early in the morning during feeding. Then after a little coffee and breakfast time, you know, it's back to the barn, and that's when the gates are open, and they just come on down here and they go after their new ground. Goes without saying, tomorrow morning they're going to get another quarter. Yeah, this is just wow. But you know, they got about 12, 14 more hours, and they'll be picking off this all night. In the morning, they usually head up to the cow yard, cow lot, Boy, now I'm getting mixed up. Jesus. Get out of there. What kind of show are we running here? Yeah, nice view. Nice view. I'm pretty sure you can see that little field separation, which obviously is, that's where we put some corn in. That was the first corn that went in. Yeah. Get out of there. Well, folks, I hope this made up a little bit for the no corn planting action, which is a pretty god-awful shame. I'll see what kind of time I'm granted here in the next week, because after about another week, there'll be no corn planting up here. None. It's just too late. It's too late. I'll see what I can do, see if I can afford the time and get up with John Jarash and maybe do a full-on video. I can't promise anything, no. So hope this made up for it just a little bit on this nice Sunday evening. Hopefully you guys catch this video this evening, and kind of puts a nice little cap to the week end. Start of a new week, which can be pretty gosh darn tricky in life sometimes if you're actually working for a living or trying for a living. I'm not going to get into that. Me, I hate it. This weather couldn't have came at a better time though. I got to head to South Chicago tomorrow morning, directly after morning feeding. In fact, I'll be starting just a little early. What are you curious about? Huh? You think I look funny? You gotta see yourself. Huh? Oh, you little bastards. So, yeah, I got to take off for a few days. We got some major doings in South Chicago. Again, no promises because this is pretty tricky business, but it's very possible I can maybe produce a video for you, show you exactly what we're doing. It's a pretty significant undertaking. So, yeah, hope the weekend was real nice. It's that time of year for barbecues, get-togethers. Damn near ready to go up to the lake up here by us. Fishing, whatever have you. And just hope all is well. Appreciate you sticking with me, making this fun, making it positive. We all don't have all the answers. I definitely do not, but you know, it's just about making things fun. It is for me. I ain't boo-hooing. I'm glad I do what I do, even though it's stroke a bullet sometimes. But just add a little fun into things, you know. That's what this is all about. You look awful rambunctious. You got something to say to me? Ben the Cow Whisperer. I understand them. I really do. I know. No, I agree. So, anyway, love you, Fred. All right, it's time for some steaks. Shh. Folks, have a good night. Talk to you sooner or later.